Hey guys, hope you're doing well. This is Thomas Phillips here from DTC SEO Agency. In this video, we're going to be going through the Triple Whale Dashboard. Now, this is specifically for clients that are paying for Triple Whale directly. We can then duplicate this across into your dashboard. It's then going to pull in all the information from your store specifically and show it on here. So I'm just going to run through this dashboard in a little bit more detail. So the way to get to it, I'm not going to show the top bit because then it will show this client, but then you can go to dashboards, and sometimes this whole panel is closed. So you need to click on this little arrow. The alternative to that is if you drag this section in or out. Okay, so that's how you can then access it on here. Cool. Okay, and it's called DTC SEO Agency Dashboard. And just to be very, very clear, this is only pulling in organic search data. So it is ignoring any paid traffic, any organic social, i.e. if someone clicks your link in a bio on TikTok or Instagram or anything like that, it is ignoring all that data. It's ignoring direct. It is purely organic search. So that's going to be organic Google, Bing, DuckDuckGo, any other search engine around that. And then we also have AI-based revenue as well, which we'll dive in on in a minute as well. Cool, so just going through the numbers on here. Ignore these parts where it says currently just organic and PR. This was for our internal things. We're about to get this removed and updated over the next week. It is organic search and also digital PR. So what we're going to have the ability to do is, as we generate more digital PR and we get a lot more digital PR links, basically in big publications, we're then able to add that URL into the dashboard and then attribute things like traffic and sales directly from that site as well, as and add that into the mix, which is super cool. All right, excellent. So essentially what we're looking at here is the last 30 days versus the previous period. Now you can click into here, obviously standard Triple Whale side of things, and start playing about with the different periods, so you can start to obviously check things out. So the first thing on here that we have is the revenue from organic search. So looking healthy on here, 16% increase. We have the net profit. Now obviously net profit is only going to pull through if you have all of your cost of goods and everything that is added into Triple Whale correctly, and obviously then it's going to make the whole calculation. Us personally, we love to use Triple Whale as like a live P&L so that we can see exactly what is going on any given day. I've seen some clients don't have any costs added in at all. Some have everything added in. So it really depends on how you want to use Triple Whale and how much you want to get out of it. Next thing we can see on here is the number of orders, number of sessions, average order value, the conversion rate from organic search. So very, very healthy for this website. Our top client right now is around 15%. So a good marker to try and hit. Lifetime value of the customer. So this is if the first sale comes in from organic search. We have ROSI, which is return on SEO investment. This should also be inverted because obviously the lower, no, that shouldn't be inverted. That's my bad. There's one that we need to invert. Anyway, next thing we have on here is CPA, so the cost to acquire the customer through organic search, nice and low on here. MER, so marketing efficiency ratio. And then we have AI-based revenue as well as. Now, some of our clients, just to be clear, this is pulling in directly from ChatGPT. So if the referrer is ChatGPT and it's made a sale, then this is where the revenue would show on here. Now, some of our clients are in the thousands on here, which is absolutely epic. So this is a really big area that we're working on. We just did an organic video about this on the Instagram about how this works specifically. So you can check that out to learn that a little bit more and see exactly what we are doing and what we're working on to improve that. Okay, coming down to here. So I'm currently not showing all the landing pages on here, obviously for this particular client, but essentially you can see the exact landing page URL. You can see the number of sessions, the bounce rate, the conversion rate from an organic search point of view, the pixel order revenue, again from organic search, and then the quantity of orders from organic search as well as. So you can really start to see how different pages are increasing in sales. And what we can also do is tie that into how that page is ranking. So the ultimate dashboard that we're looking to build with Triple Whale is basically where we can feed in keyword positions in terms of, okay, this one jumped from 10th to 1st, and we can also see that this page has jumped 50% in organic search revenue. So we're getting to that point where we can tie that data together, which would be absolutely awesome. So when we have that update, I'll be letting everybody know, because that would be very, very interesting. Cool, so you have all of that data on here, and obviously you can scroll through and see all of that. Cool, all right, next thing. This is one of my favorite parts. Organic search touch points. So this is really, really, really cool to see. So we can basically see on here that Google SEO on its own, organic search, made 402 sales with a single touch point. So essentially 402 people just went straight to Google, they searched for something, they clicked, and then they purchased. Excellent. That's what we love to see. Next thing, also Bing, also a considerable number of sales. Literally, obviously a lot of people use Bing. Excuse me, they went straight to Bing, Googled that particular product, and then purchased from there. We have 72 orders where there was 2 touch points. Now this is where it starts to get really interesting. So 72 people, or 72 orders rather, started off on a Google organic search, and then at some point they clicked a Google ad. So that could have been that they scrolled down, they clicked it, they went to the website, they're like, sweet, all right, we really like the look of this. And then it could have been 5 minutes later, it could have been 5 days later. At some point they went back and clicked on a Google ad. Now that might have been that they Googled the product again and clicked on something. It might have been that they accidentally clicked a Google ad and ended up purchasing anyway. It might be that they were retargeted, as an example. So really, really interesting to see on here. Next one that we have is Google Ads. So someone clicked a Google ad first, and then they scrolled down potentially and went to the organic listings and then purchased from there. I see a lot of people doing this. When you look over the shoulder at someone's buying behavior, when you ask them to search for a specific product, usually they might click on something, or they might click on multiple Google shopping ads. They look at the landing page like, not sure, click back, they scroll down, and if you're ranking really well on Google, they end up clicking the organic listing, and then they're like, oh, I recognize this, okay, I'm going to go ahead and buy, as an example. So that is usually the case of what happens here. Facebook ad to Google SEO. So this is usually where people have obviously seen the product on Facebook first, or Meta. Then they're like, let me go Google it. I'm a little bit unsure, or I want to learn more about it, or whatever the case may be. Then they're clicking on organic search, and then they're obviously purchasing from that. Now, another big thing on here that we're going to start to roll out and implement, that we are testing right now, is reputation management, because quite a lot of the time people are pretty skeptical when they're looking at meta ads, or they're seeing that kind of push advertising. So a lot of the time people are searching brand plus reviews. Obviously insert your brand name in there, and a lot of the time some clients are not realizing that there's actually quite negative reviews that are popping up on that page. So what we can do in terms of this reputation management is actually for example, let's say you had a Trustpilot and it was really stacked out, had really good information, but it was ranking 6th, and some Yelp review at the top is super negative and it's super old, but a ton of people are clicking it because they're searching brand plus reviews. For example, they're coming from Meta, right? So we would want to link build to this other entity to outrank the other one and push the other ones down. We can also then use link building and creating articles around brand plus review that speaks positively of your brand to also outrank and push down the negative reviews from that side of things as well. So just a little side note, that is what is coming. We'll be adding that in, which would be super interesting as well. So we're currently testing that on a few different clients at the moment. Cool, I digress. Right, into the next part. So we have organic search and then coming in from organic and social. So usually this is that they click a Instagram bio or anything like that. Okay, next thing, Google SEO to attentive. So essentially they've come onto the website, they might have filled out a form and then they're getting a text message or however this one has been set up. Okay, so as you can see, going down further and further, I'm not going to go through all of these, but it's really, really good to see. And, you can keep scrolling down through and really start to see sometimes how many touch points there are, as well as with things. So you can really start to see where SEO is sat in the funnel, specifically on there as well. All right, excellent. Cool. Going down into the comparison section. So we have SEO versus paid overall. So this is really, really cool because you can start to compare and see really like the benefits of each essentially. So we can see that the average order value is slightly less on SEO compared to paid. That is actually very rare, which is super interesting. So potentially there's a certain landing page and an offer that might be presented on paid that isn't on organic search. Conversion rate, super, super healthy in comparison to paid overall. Very, very good. Lifetime value of the customer, again, is slightly less. And then the CPA, the cost per acquisition, is considerably lower than paid as well, as expected with things. So you can really start to see benefits of that. Cool. Going down into the bottom section, again, I've pulled this across so you can't see the products on here, but essentially we're looking at the number of products sold from an organic search point of view. So you can really start to see that, like, okay, this particular product has suddenly pinged up in sales. How does that correlate to how that particular page is ranking? So what we're going to be able to cross-reference and add in the future is going to be that this keyword has come up, okay, and let's attach that to how that particular product and page is now selling in terms of order revenue, conversion rate, total number of orders, and all of that good stuff in combination. So we're really starting to attach the data together with that. So that is also coming in the future, which is going to be super cool. The other thing as well, one of our clients said that they would love to see on here is the total number of orders overall for that specific product. So what we'll, and this was a fantastic idea, so what we'll basically be able to show and plot on this table is, let's say 40% of the sales for this particular product came from organic search and the remainder was from everything else. So again, super helpful data to know, especially if you're marketing that product from multiple entry points as well as. Cool. So hopefully this has been helpful with this video. Please go in, check out your dashboard. Let me know if you have any specific questions with things. If there is any piece of data that you have an idea around that you would love to see in addition to what's already here. We are constantly working with the Triple Whale team, in contact with their co-founders and all of their engineers in terms of improving this as much as possible. So this is currently the V1. So any other information you want to see, please let me know. It'll be fantastic, and we'll go from there. Thank you very much.